Johar, Jisa na mko, good morning, mambo vipi, karibuni kwenye ukurasa wangu, welcome on my YouTube page. My name is Yusuf, I go by the name Yukoms African. I come from Tanzania, I do make vlogs, interviews. Today I met...
I'm Nikki.
This is Nikki.
I'm Karissa.
This is Karissa and... So specifically today, after you've heard the names of my colleagues, we are in a train journey. We are traveling from Arusha to Dar es Salaam, and today is 21st. We'll be making an interview with them. I'll be asking them some questions about my country, as I've been doing on my vlog. If you check down other interviews, I was talking to some Indian YouTubers, some American guys who are traveling in our country, just to continue promoting the peace of our country, the nature of our country, so that we can continue getting more tourists, more visitors, so that our country can continue breaking the borders to other countries and making friends. So specifically today, after you've heard their names, I'm going to ask what is their experience in our country. You're welcome. How long have you been in Tanzania, Mr. Nick?
So I stay on Zanzibar.
Right now you're staying in Zanzibar?
Yeah, I live there with a host family, like a local family, for 11 months now. And I work there as a volunteer.
You have been in Tanzania for how long?
11 months now.
Mr. Karissa, how long have you been in Tanzania?
I actually crossed the border, I think, 1.5 weeks ago.
1.5 weeks ago. Where are you coming from?
Actually from Germany, half Kenyan.
You're half Kenyan, you're coming from Germany?
Yes.
So when you say half Kenyan, who is the parent sharing Kenya?
Parent sharing, it's Kambale, it's in Mombasa.
Is it your dad or your mom coming from Kenya?
It's my dad's side.
It's your dad's side. And Mister, where are you coming from?
I also come from Germany.
You also come from Germany? And how long have you been in Tanzania?
Now I stay like 2.5 months.
You have 2.5 months. So what is the experience you have gained in Tanzania? When I begin from here, what is the difference from Tanzania and Germany for the 2 months you've been in Tanzania? For 1 year, you said you were here 1 year.
Almost 1 year. Yeah.
Almost 1 year. What is the difference between Tanzania and Germany? And share your experience in our country and your country.
So for me, the biggest difference is the culture difference.
You said the culture difference.
Yeah.
How is the culture different?
Like on Zanzibar, there's a very own culture which I didn't experience in Germany before. It's about a living lifestyle, it's about religion, it's about food, music, dancing. It's really about much, and it's completely different to Germany. And that's what I actually also like the most about Zanzibar, Tanzania.
So the religious culture that is found in Zanzibar attracted you most?
Yeah, not only about religion, like the whole culture.
The whole culture of Zanzibar attracted you?
Yeah, and as I can live in a local family, I can experience very much, and that's very cool, yeah.
Thank you very much. Mister, you said you are just crossed the border, it's not too long, you're in Tanzania. What is the difference between our country and your country? And it's glad today I'm talking to only German people. What's the difference between our country and your country?
I think first of all, I would totally agree to him. It's the culture themselves. It's very difficult. I think you're more community than we are in Germany, for example. Also the religion, of course, and the temperature. It's way different. You're more. I think you have to be spontaneous if you live in Tanzania, because things just work differently. But I think that's a big difference. But I can't tell about so much about Tanzania because I stayed in Kenya. One thing I also noticed was we got so many tribes here. So I think in Germany,
yes, we have around 150 tribes in Tanzania.
Yeah, I think in Kenya it's 24 or so. So in total it's a lot of amount. I think we have nothing we can compare with, or nothing common with. So I think that's a big difference.
Thank you very much. What's the difference you have noticed, Mister, when you're in Tanzania? Remind me your name first and say the difference.
Big difference.
Your sound, please. Your sound. Louder, please.
Okay. Big difference between Tanzania and Germany for me
is like in Germany, everybody is only working. It's like this is really our thing in Germany. But when you come to Tanzania, you need to learn like become pole. So like you said, it's more spontaneous, it's more pole, and that's how the people are, you know. They are more chilled, they are more into each other, and not like, more work. It's more like to communicate, to get into another personality, and I really like it.
So specifically on my YouTube channel, because I'm taking this interview on my YouTube channel by the name Yukon, I'm always asking the people I meet, what's the difference of the lifestyle according to the youth? Because right now our ages might be ranging from 20 to 30, and that's the age of people that I see on my YouTube account. Those are the people who are coming back from now and then on my YouTube account. What is the difference? Perhaps there is a Tanzanian boy who wishes to go in German. What can you tell him immediately? What is the first advice you could just tell that person who wants to come from Tanzania, go to Germany? Because you've been in Germany and you've been in Tanzania, both countries. What is your biggest advice according to the lifestyle? You're welcome.
So in Germany, it's actually normal that everyone is going to school and focusing very much on education. And here also most children, they go to school, and in Germany after school they go to university, so they focus very much to getting education. And here it's also like that, but after a specific stage of school, I think not everyone is, I don't know, but I see it very much in my environment. Much people, they don't, after school they don't go more in their direction, they want to work after. I think the best advice for me is to focus what you want to do, getting education, keep struggling, and if you pass that stage, you might be able to go to Germany or another country.
So let me ask you something. What level of education are you talking about for a person to survive in Germany?
In Germany there are 3 stages, and the stage most children pass, also my stage, is A-level. I think it's Form 6, I'm not quite sure.
That is advanced level.
Yeah.
From 6.
Oh yeah.
So in German, advanced level is
Advanced is
perhaps you want to compare A level in Tanzania and the German education. Which level is that in Germany?
I think here there's Form 6, and after you go to advanced, if you finish advanced, you have in Germany the A level.
So let me ask one question per person, and also wish you the best in our country. Mister, I'm seeing you with dreads. I'm seeing you with dreads. What's the reaction of people when you're in Germany? People see you moving around with dread hair. I'm talking about this type of hair, and I will tell you something about that type of hair in our country.
Okay.
How do people react when they see you around hanging out with the culture of hair, long hair?
I think it depends on the area in Germany where you're going to, but normally it becomes more and more common to wear dreadlocks and maybe also the Rasta culture. I think people with maybe the same mindset will encounter you. So I think it's not a big problem. Maybe for the profession, so in your working place, or maybe it could be that your supervisor is not so happy to see you with dreadlocks because it's, I don't know, maybe they see it as something it's not neat or not really clean or doesn't look very professional. So, but for me personally, I never got any kind of negative reaction of people. Maybe they just say, maybe please cut it off. It would be looks much nicer if you would cut them off. But I think that's the worst. But actually, nobody's really complaining about it.
But in Africa and specifically Tanzania, I think there is a word called muhun. In English, I can just say that you are just not proper. If you're in dreadlocks and you don't have that much money, people will see you are not proper. They only use the word muhun. When you are learning Swahili and when you refer to this interview on my YouTube channel, learn that word. That's how we tell people who don't have money and they are trying to grow dreadlocks. So you've just exposed it on my account that even in German, it depends who is your supervisor, it depends who is around you, it depends where you're going.
Yeah.
People are not friendly with dreadlocks. That's it in German. So thank you for letting me know. And another thing, welcome.
Yeah, I think another question was an advice, and you already answered it yourself. I think the best advice I can give a person who wants to come to Germany is to learn the language.
German language.
The German language. I think language is the best way to connect with other culture, and this is something I regret to come to Tanzania and not speak very well Swahili, because I would like to speak much more with you people. Yeah, this is something I regret, and I would give you as advice: come to Germany, learn German, so it's much more easier to get in contact with girls, men, whatever, friends.
Thank you very much. I want to share one thing with you as an advice on my YouTube channel. I've tried to say that we're in Tanzania, but we wish to have learned Swahili before coming here so that we could interact with us. Most Tanzanians speak English. Not all, but the people who will always be around you, the people who are driving motorcycles, the people who are driving bajaj, the people who are serving in hotels. English is our next language that we are using as an international language. Though we have our national language as Swahili, but we are using a lot much English because we receive a lot of tries. So I think you are not too lost. You are going to be communicating with us through English, but learn Swahili. Take your time and learn Swahili, because you will have one chance of listening to what the locals are speaking about you. You know, when you're new in a particular country and you want people to understand what people are talking about you, you learn their language, then don't use it eventually. You use it when you want to ask or inquire something. So my friend, I'm seeing you with the jersey of Liverpool, and you've told me you coach people in sports. What can you share with us around the time you've been in Tanzania, with your country, in any aspect? What can you share with us?
So you mean what
Either in sports, lifestyle, agriculture, the way you see us traveling around with trains. What can you share with us?
So especially in football, when we got a game and we meet us before to eat lunch together and just chill together. So what I tell you before, the lifestyle here. And when I compare this to Germany, it's not even like that. So you just meet each other 1 or 2 hours before a game and then you start. But on Zanzibar or whole Tanzania, you just meet before, you eat together, you watch TV, you have a good time together, and then you go to the game and do the work. So this is what I tell you before, like the difference between Germany and Tanzania.
That's a very good experience I've just learned from you, that in Germany you only meet 2 hours before the sports game, but in Tanzania you can spend the whole time together. Thank you very much. So let me come back to you. What do you do for a living, man?
Actually in Germany I finished A-level.
In Germany you finished A-level.
Yeah.
So in Tanzania here, A-level in Germany, here in Tanzania, which level could have been?
I think I would have finished advanced school. And I was working in Germany like a small job for 6 months to get some money. It was in a hotel. But that one I finished when there was COVID coming, and right now I'm actually volunteering on Zanzibar, so I don't get money from that, but I live in a host family, I work in my volunteer place, and I get like everything, like most of the thing I do here, it's getting paid from the German government. Like, it's an organization where they take care of everything financially, also from the organization, everything.
So you're also in the same organization where Germany is paying for everything, the patronage, the program you're in Tanzania?
No, I just come here for myself, and then I meet up with an organization from Zanzibar. So there's no German organization.
So you are touring, you're a tourist.
Not. I'm also working as a volunteer, but I have no. I only pay for myself, so.
You are not under the German
Yeah.
level that you are going to pay for the shelter, your food, your everything.
Yeah, I only pay my organization in Zanzibar, and then they give me food and give me something to just travel around, and I also live in a host family.
So you guys, when are you going back to Germany?
For me, I go back end of February.
End of February. And what is the most interesting thing you've seen in Tanzania?
First the culture, like I said, and the nature. Zanzibar, it's so beautiful. Like it's so hot, but I like the heat. But there's the ocean, which I come from the south of Germany. There's no ocean. The people, like that family, the local family I live in, I love them so much. Like I gained so much friends on the streets. Like it will be hard to say goodbye to them, but really that's something I will miss very much here. The community of Zanzibar, also here Tanzania for sure.
Thank you very much, and that's why I also began a YouTube channel talking about the culture, the lifestyle of our country, because I know it is very interesting and it changes. The more you continue going into the villages of Tanzania, the better it gets. The more friends you get, the more respect you get. Not as the same as Zanzibar. So, when do you plan going back to Germany or Kenya?
I already booked my flight. It's on the 9th of January, so it's now my vacation time. I came just to Tanzania to vacation because I spent my time in Kenya with working as both guys. But my organization was called Roofing. I don't know if you have heard about it. It's about permaculture and so on. Yeah, so the 9th of...
Explain a little about that permaculture.
It is, I don't know if it's a kind of a lesson or a teaching way, but it's to show the people to live more with the environmental and have more sustainable way of farming. Yeah, so in kind, I think in Korea, I think that's the point, or the main reason behind permaculture is sustainable.
So my last question, thank you very much for sharing that with us. My last question will be concerning the transport we're using. What have you just learned from the transport you're using, the environment, the time you're using, everything, the challenges we're going through? What can you advise my government on the train system, transport? Because an opportunity brings an opportunity. I do work in the trains, check down the tickets, meet very different people from today and another day. From the time when I began working in the train, I meet 100 people, 1,000 people per month, per week. I keep the documentation of someone I love. For example, I'm in love with you guys. That's why I'm carrying out an interview. I do YouTube as part-time. I'm going to use my finance, my personal money to upload this thing. That will be a record that will be found even by my son, my mother, my parents, my everyone. We just see this person met these people around this date in this year. So my main aim is to share the main topic that working in the train has made an opportunity for me to meet people from other different nations. That's why I'm collecting the news of culture from them. I'm collecting the news of the lifestyle from the countries they're coming from. So I just want you to share with me how is the working condition of my country? How is it? Share the real truth, the difference between the railway system of our country and the country. As the last thing I'm asking, because it is the connection that has brought me meet you. If I would have not been working in the trains, perhaps I would have never met you. So I should give more respect to the train systems of Tanzania and pray for them very much. Where should we add more energy? Where should we reduce? Where should we concentrate? Welcome, Mr. Fu, because you have been 1 year in Tanzania.
So Like I speak now from the mainland because I was here for 2 trips for 2 weeks, and there I was traveling with the bus. For example, from Dar es Salaam to Arusha, or now with the train from Arusha back to Dar es Salaam. And these are the 2 ways I use traveling. Like for example, the train now, it's different than in Germany. I mean, that's also a train in Germany, but
Is the system good?
like here, I would say it's a little bit less good.
It's less good.
Because of the quality, I would say.
Quality of the environment you're seeing around.
Yeah, I mean, for example, yesterday there was said that the train will arrive at 2 a.m. in the afternoon and it arrived at 9 o'clock in the night. That's something which is just for us a little bit strange, because in Germany we also use that the train is a little bit late, but then it's maybe for 1 hour or something like that, like for 8 hours. Like the quality of the train is a little bit different, like how the train is driving, like here everything is shaking.
Everything is shaking.
Yeah, I mean, for me as a person it's not something that bad, because I like that adventure, that I like that experience. And everything is a little bit dusty.
A lot of dust.
Yeah, yeah. In Germany they take a lot more care about quality. Maybe also the price is higher for the train. That's something which I see as a difference here. Another difference in Germany, people they mostly sit on their place with their headphones, listen to music or do something. Here I see people a lot more speaking to each
Social.
other, like you. I mean, you work here at the train and you try to get a connection to us, communicate to your passengers. That's something which I find very cool.
In German trains, people put on headphones and sleep. They don't talk to each other.
Yeah, not everyone, but most of the time, like he said, they focus on work, they sit on their laptop, read books. And I think it's a little bit more less than here, that people just in the train communicate to each other.
Thank you very much. Here, mister, what have you just seen? Be clear. Go straight to the point. This is YouTube. This is not a TV station. Be real. Not the truth. Perhaps someone will watch this video, then get interested in coming in. He should find what you talked about. Like our man has shared. The train is shaking. Yes, I understand the road is not good. The place is so dusty. Yes, there are some places of this road. It's not mended very well. There is no this infrastructure to reduce the dust from entering the trains. That's the truth. So if you're seeing another truth, speak. Because the better the bad, the good the better. If you speak the truth, people change. If you speak the lies, you bring another person to come and sit in that mess. Welcome. What is the difference of this transport? How have you enjoyed this transport? Because the train transport is only for adventure. Welcome.
I don't want to roast you, but like he's saying, it's very different. Like the schedule is not really clear. But from your example, I also can enjoy it because I was looking for this kind of adventure. But for me as an advisor to see maybe it's more worth to improve is maybe the digital or the information, like you spread your information, because for me it was very hard to figure out. One is the departure time, where I can buy the tickets, how much is the ticket, but it leads to friends, so at least it leads you to someone who will know, and you need to communicate more. I think you need to be social to have this kind of experience.
Thank you very much. So what I've just shared from you is that you had a challenge on finding the tickets, what's in the departure time, when are you leaving, because everything was disorganized. Is it real?
I wouldn't say disorganized. I think you guys know how it works, but for a foreigner or for someone who's not from here, it's not so easy to find the information, because I think the digital and development we are used to is not the same as we are used to.
Thank you very much. What can you share with us? What are the challenges you've seen on our railway transport system?
I really need to say that I can relay on this answer because without the Wiki, I could not enter to get a ticket. So we went here in Arusha like 4 days before and want to buy the ticket. And they tell us, yeah, you cannot buy the ticket now. And we was like, no, why we cannot like all the ticket? And then they tell us we need to come 1 day before the train goes out to buy the ticket. And this was really strange for me. It's more like, you know, in Germany it's digital, you can pay over the phone, get your ticket, it's more easy, but if you get it person to person, it's not that problem. But this was really confusing, I would say.
So what I can just say is that this is December. Very many people are traveling back to their homes, and our government was a little bit changing the system, the way you purchase the tickets online. That's why we had a lot of challenges on the network. Lastly, you guys, what can you say? Can you just round up? Have nothing to share with you? All I'm requesting, my fans, continue subscribing, continue commenting, continue doing anything good on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. I just want these guys to say anything they wish to on my YouTube channel as they are winding up. You're welcome. Okay. Awesome.
So for me, I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity to be here in Tanzania. Because I lived my whole life in Germany and I went to school, but for me this is really like it's the time of my life right now that I finished school and I am able to be here alone, meet so much new people and see so much new things. Africa here, Tanzania is amazing, so I wish everyone to see that here, but yeah, just travel. I mean, it's awesome here.
Okay, what I want to say is for everybody who is watching this video and maybe considering to come here, please come here, enjoy the time. It's a beautiful place, beautiful spots, beautiful people. It's an adventure. I think especially for Europeans it's an adventure, but come here and of course you will have a culture shock maybe in the beginning, but after a while you will love it because it's so different and it's so heartwarming, I don't know how to say. But yes, but just come here, make your own experience, enjoy it, and don't be afraid. It's very safe. I never had any problems with it.
Yeah, I want to say, come here not only as a tourist, come here to visit the locals, to speak with each other, be more social, and yes, Karibuni, come here.